We are very pleased to be here for our first Sunday in 5 years to be open for the library. We have several people in this small intimate gathering that I'd like to especially acknowledge. First of all is our board president, Jim Otway, president of the library board, and also Jake Day, who is the president of the city council. Jake, would you like to say anything?
Sure, happy to.
Briefly?
Yeah, I don't want to steal your thunder.
Well, go right ahead. That's okay.
Or
There's lots of thunder
county
to go around
executive
today.
I just would love to say that we've been talking for 18 months about and working on the revitalization of downtown, but there's been one mainstay that's been the kind of beating heart of downtown for a while, and it's this library. So as we move into kind of a renaissance of downtown, one thing we are seeing is more people at more times in downtown. And so this is part of that story, I think, that Salisbury on a Sunday afternoon will have people and a place for people to come. So this is exciting. I want to thank Jim as well for his leadership. Thank County Executive Pollitt and the County Council for their leadership, and Andrea, especially you and your staff for everything you all have done to keep this an important part of downtown.
Thank you. As we were going forward with this, the thoughts that came to me were that in 2009, there were a lot of organizations that faced dramatic budget cuts, funding cuts. The economy had turned, recession started, and what it led to was a loss of hours, a loss of service, a diminished ability to meet needs, and a loss of opportunities to do good. And they were the unfortunate outcomes of this time. But since then, library members have continually clamored for these hours. They want us to be open on Sunday. But the ability to grant that request has been completely beyond our reach. I am pleased today that with the support of the county executive and with the support of the county council, we are able to return these hours to the community for at least 9 months of the year. This will allow school children those few extra hours to complete assignments and provide a place for families to spend quality time together over the winter months. I'm also pleased that the library's restoration of hours can be one more step in the process of recovery for this community. I hope that families will make time to visit the library, visit the downtown, see what is new, and stay a while. We are your public library, and you belong at Wicomico Public Library. I am very pleased to introduce Rick Pollitt, County Executive, to make a few comments on this very happy occasion.
Well, thanks very much. I do have a central point I want to make, but first I want to also say thank you to everybody whose unwavering support through the downside of the recession and the challenges we've had has been so much in keeping life in the old girl and making the old girl be at the library.
Thank you for that clarification.
And having this fundamental component of the heart of our community still out in front. I have to tell you, being born and raised here and going through the whole bookmobile routine, coming to the library, I'm like probably a lot of people, I would tend to take things for granted. And when there was the discussion a few years ago about maybe moving the library headquarters out of downtown, I started paying a lot more attention. And I don't know if it changed or if it was always this way, but whenever I would drive by the library, crowds of people coming in and going out, it seemed like all the time, and maybe you just hadn't really registered how really vital and how really accepted and necessary to the community the library is. And we committed then to keeping it downtown with Jake's leadership and the mayor and the new city council. There's such an energy downtown now. I see only great things in store. And so we're proud to be a part of that too. But the point I wanted to make, and Andrea suggested this, when the recession hit us, it hit us hard. And when public education, of which the library is a fundamental element, is the largest portion of your budget, there's no way to avoid having to go there too for cuts when you have declining revenues and you're trying to make things balance. And so when we had to see cuts, not only in the K-12 system, but in almost all areas of the county, but especially at the library, it was painful and it was a difficult decision to make. But you make those decisions when you have to because it's the responsible thing to do. But I think what this represents today is that while we're still not out of recession, things are better. And so the very first opportunity that we have to start restoring those cuts, where you put those first restoration of funds, tells you where your priorities are. And so as soon as we were able to do it, we're bringing the money back to the library so that we can start incrementally getting back to where we ought to be. And restoring Sunday hours, at least during the school year, is a tremendous step forward in the service to the community. But it also tells you where our priority is, so that when we are able to start restoring the support that's so richly needed, here's the library as one of the very first recipients of that support. So that shows you what the library is in our list of priorities and where we see its importance to the community. So I'm just delighted that we can be here today to cut the ribbon and open the library again on Sunday hours during the school year. Hopefully we'll be here for even greater expansion and greater levels of service going forward. So thanks for all of you having a great party.
We can get you all to give us a hand here.
Okay,
We'll have
thank you,
Can I get you to come to work for a minute? Now we're going to put that in. Hold it tight. Hold it.
Maybe you can see up here in the middle.
Do we have scissors?
Yes, we do. Moni? Yep, there it goes.
Thank you, they're coming.
They're deadly, I'll warn you.
Yes, they are very
They are, yeah, they look like a banjo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We want to thank the chamber for the loan of their scissors. Very, very sharp.
This looks like what the council does on my budget. Sure.
All right. You got it, Jake?
Yeah, Jake.
Okay. And are the board members who have snuck in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here. Mr. Executive?
All right.
Sorry.
1, 2,
Can I just take your spot for a second?
Wait for Tamara.
Hold it, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
We are now